Hello dear ones, it's Salus. I am of the stars. I'm here at Solstice Canyon off Coral Canyon Road, which is off of Pacific Coast Highway next to the ocean. And I have some disconcerting news here from the telepathic plane. First off, I went to join a group, but it looks like the main walk to the architect's house is closed today because of work ongoing. There were 4 work vehicles next to the restrooms and a construction tape that said you couldn't go any farther. So the walk was off. And in addition, I heard telepathically, maybe from one of the workers, that there had been 3 deaths there. I said, what ages? They said 3 children, ages 4, 6, and 8. And so consequently the park was off limits to children unaccompanied by adults now. I'm assuming they're talking about mountain lion kills. Something had eaten them. Like I say, it's telepathic, so there's a 50-50 chance it might not be true. But telepathic corroboration from myself has to do with the road that goes past the one-way bridge to the parking lot, right? Right about the place of the one-way bridge, as I was heading towards the parking lot, on the right-hand side of the road, I heard it was almost like a bobcat that had laryngitis. It had a cruel, cutting edge to its voice, like its throat was sore. And it said, "I'm waiting for you," which doesn't bode well, of course, for stopping on the one-way bridge, I'd say. And it also provides corroboration for this story about the kills of the children, which were purported to take place over by the architect's house, you know, the famous walk to the architect's house and the pool. So I have a theory that there's a cover-up going on. This is telepathically supported theory that has to do with things that are taking place in the local Santa Monica Mountains. One of them, I think, is deaths because of mountain lions. I think there have been quite a few of them that are covered up. Another has to do with robbing and looting and maiming and killing by rough sorts in and around the Santa Monica Mountains, both on the trails and on the roads that go through them. In addition, I think it possible that the restrooms and trails in the parks may be being used as trysts or meeting places for single men, maybe gay men, and that because of that, it would be best to keep children away from those areas because they might be enticed or lured or raped in those areas. I think that because some of the park signs say such and such a tail instead of such a trail, and I've reported this to the police, but there's been no change in those, so that's a telltale sign, as it were, that there may be illicit sexual activity, maybe for pay, taking place in the mountain areas, especially around the trailheads, the beginnings of the trails. So you'll want your children to be aware of that. And if you're a woman hiking alone, you need to be very aware so as not to be approached by some unsavory character who has not your best interests in mind. And another one has to do with selling the right to kill sea lions and seals at Point Dume. I think that's taking place, and I think all these what you might call corrupt or cover-up policies need to be uncovered by the local news people here in the Los Angeles area and brought to light if they're true. I think there's no place for deep, dark secrets in the Santa Monica Mountains. It's a wonderful place for everybody here, and we need to know what dangers are taking place and what dangers await us. Okay, we need to be prepared. Meantime, until we know for sure, please take good care of your children in the mountains and don't hike alone. Hike with somebody else who's trail-wise. God bless you all, keep you safe, and be with you through all your days. In love, light, and joy. This is Alice B. Clagett, I am of the stars, and so are you. Come and visit me at awakeningwithplanetearth.com.